confirmed it is investigating the Post Office over potential fraud offences relating to the wrongful prosecution of hundreds of sub-postmasters. Well, joining me now is Tim Brentnell, a victim of the Post Office scandal. And I understand, Tim, you were prosecuted in 2010 after a £22,000 shortfall. What do you make of the Met Police's statement today? Are you happy with it, or is it too little too late for you?
No, I'm very happy with it. Every one of us that was prosecuted or investigated by the Post Office, like in my case, I had to pay back that £22,500 as quickly as I could to avoid a theft charge. I haven't had that money back since my conviction's been quashed. In fact, nobody with a conviction has had their money back.
And this has taken quite a long time to get to where you are today. Talk to us about what you've been through, because it's not just the financial impact, is it? So there's been a huge mental health impact on so many of you as well.
Yes, well, go back to 2010 when I was prosecuted and was prosecuted and found guilty of false accounting. I lost my business, lost the Post Office. I took a huge hit to the retail business, but then a whispering campaign, as we call it, in the local community, people talking behind your back, saying there's the person that was stealing the pensions from the old people. Going forward, then any job that you applied for, you had to declare that you had a fraud conviction. It would show up forever on any kind of DBS check that you had. Couldn't get job interviews. It just sort of took a huge toll on your whole life. You end up withdrawing from society because you can't argue with people because they felt that the Post Office, which was the Crown, wouldn't be wrong.
And of course, at least 736 of you were prosecuted due to what was a flawed Horizon system. You must have found some kind of solace in that solidarity, that there were other people who had gone through it. We now understand that many more, as a result of this very recent dramatisation on television, more people have come forwards. Why do you think it's taken so long for other people to come forwards?
Well, talking amongst the group of us, people felt such shame and such embarrassment, especially in other communities. People didn't even tell their close friends and family about it. So far, as you said, 93 of us have had our convictions quashed, with over 700 people being convicted by the Post Office in that period. So one of the best things that this drama could do is bring more and more people, give people the confidence to come forward.
Yeah, and then what are you hoping for? You've mentioned a number of times that you haven't been compensated.
No, the Post Office were very quick to demand the alleged missing money from all of us. Tens of thousands of pounds from some people. We need, as Alan talks about in the drama, we need that redress. It's money that's owed to us by the Post Office or the government. We had our convictions quashed 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and as yet nobody's had anything approaching a meaningful offer or amount from the Post Office. So it really needs to be sped up, because I'm in the lucky position where I'm 42, so I've got hopefully a fair amount of my life ahead of me. But many in the group are much older and could really benefit from this being sorted out in a much more timely manner than it has been so far.
And Tim, more specifically, what do you make of these allegations that the Met Police is looking into in terms of perjury and fraud on the part of the Post Office?
Well, yeah, if I followed the inquiry that's been going on quite closely, and the more that comes out, the more that you can see that at nearly every level within the Post Office, they knew, even when they were prosecuting us back in 2008, 2009, 2010, they knew that the system wasn't reliable and there were problems with it, and they failed to disclose any of these details to our defence. They told each and every one of us almost that we were the only people having problems, which stopped us reaching out for other people or fighting it properly.
OK, Tim Brentnell, thanks so much for spending time talking to Sky News about what you've been through. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
OK, let's cross over.